applicant is seeking approval to replace the existing fence and gate with an aluminum picket fence to match the aluminum picket fence around the front yard. Staff recommends approval as submitted. So the site is here in red on Central Avenue. You notice off to the right is Lindley Park, phase 1 of Lindley Park, and Central Avenue kind of runs diagonally across your screen. Everybody know where we are? Mm-hmm. Great. So, albeit an old picture, this shows a wood picket fence, but it's been replaced by an aluminum picket fence in the front. But this is the house. The scope of work, I would just point out the New Orleans aluminum fence is the style, and they've got a couple of gates, included a double gate at the drive. And again, the fence would be a New Orleans heritage fence. This is a site plan, so the gray area is the house. This is the sidewalk. Central would be at the bottom of your screen here. So they've got a fence running up the side and one across the back with the double gate. So again, here, this is the fence manufacturer that they're using, and they will be using the New Orleans style here. And again, staff recommends approval as submitted. The applicant is here if you have any questions that staff cannot answer.
Any questions or comments? It's a good-looking fence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's important to note that I don't know if I said it does match the fence that you all approved, I think about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, in the front.
Do we have a motion? Motion from Mary Lou. Second from Jill. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations. Moving right along to BAR 2542, it's 108 West Whitner. The site or the building is outlined, it's in red here. You can see Main Street kind of coming down from the top to the middle, and West Whitner Street running diagonally. Wren Park is right here. Everybody know where we are? Great. This application is for several new window signs. The signs comply with Article 12 signs adopted in 8/14/2023 of the official zoning ordinance. So it's important to understand that that ordinance allows window signs that are 4 square feet or 25% of the window, whichever is less. So there's no restriction on the number of window signs, just the size based on the windows. So again, it complies with that, and staff recommends approval as submitted. So again, here's there's three sections, 3 entrances. 2 of them on West Whitner and 1 on Main. This is one of those entrances on West Whitner. And there's a mock-up of what it would look like and where it would be going. Again, the other one, this one doesn't have a sign in the transom up here. The third one on West Whitner, so there's 4, excuse me, in that location. And then the Main Street entrance, which is right there. And again, staff recommends approval as submitted. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have, that I can.
Can you back up one again? One more. Okay, this graphics is up above the double doors right there. It's blue.
Yeah, those look like their previous graphics. I don't know if they're to be removed. I don't know if that's an existing tenant. I can certainly ask and find out.
Okay. And can you back up one more?
Sure.
Okay.
That one?
The design studio, that lettering is going to be white?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
I like it. It's simple,
Yeah,
tastefully done. I like it.
very tastefully done.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a motion to approve as submitted? Motion from Jill. Second from Billy. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this one's going to be a little bit longer because there's a lot more going on here, and I want to make sure we understand exactly what's going on. The site is at the corner of Main and Calhoun, East Calhoun, right here. The old taxi building. You can see Magnetic South sits right here with that pocket park right here. Everybody know where we are?
Mhm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to know its proximity to Magnetic South, as well as the building across that park from Magnetic South. And we'll talk about that in a minute. The applicant is requesting approval of proposed renovations to the taxi building to closely match an earlier concept plan commissioned by the City of Anderson. That was in your packet, and we'll look at that in a minute tonight. Because the building renovations and the signage are so closely linked, this application includes both. The scope of the work is as follows. So I want to be clear. We're going to approve the sign because it's a little bit, it deviates a little bit from the sign ordinance, but it's historically in keeping with the character of the building, we feel. And we're also going to be approving the renovations. So the proposed changes to the building and site include painting the building, and that includes the building facade, the brick and aluminum, because there are multiple materials on the facade, would be white to match Magnetic South. So that's why I said it's important to understand its relationship to Magnetic South and the building across the pocket park right here. So all three of these buildings will now match and read more as a unit, right? The fuel canopy and trim will be a Roycroft bottle green. The canopy columns will be a tricorn black, and we'll look at those areas in a minute. The storefront window and doors would be black storefront doors and windows. And the garage doors would be replaced with the same kind of storefront window. And again, we've got an illustration and can point that out to you. Now, the signage is a canopy roof sign, which are dimensional letters, and they will be black, and they'll be lighted from a projection from below. And then there is, in addition, a wall sign over the old garage doors that is just two-dimensional, black letters with a gold ampersand. So the canopy, I want to be clear, the canopy roof sign is what is not allowed per code. But again, I'm going to show you some pictures that historically link that, and with your all approval of that, it can be approved. I guess you all have discretion to go outside the sign ordinance. The new exterior color and new exterior cooler and screen in the back. Pavement, the existing asphalt will be removed and a concrete pavement put down, again, to tie back to the city downtown streetscape using a scoring pattern that matches what's on the streetscape. And then planters, again, proposed to match those on Church Street. Staff recommends approval with the condition that the planters must be a minimum of 45 inches diameter and concrete or similar. So to be clear, that 45 inches is, we just didn't pull it out of the air. That's what the Church Street planters that are there, and we'll see a picture of them, that's what they are. Okay? It's just a specification that makes sure everybody knows what's going on and we get what we're talking about. Great. So PF Meat Co. has their first location in Pendleton, and this is that. Ironically, it's in an old post office building, but you can see kind of the vibe of the company there. They have their second location in Toccoa, and this is going to be their third location. So, you know, we were talking about the colors. The main part of the building is going to be that white, again, to tie back to the magnetic south. There's a trim feature here that will be the green. The canopy would be the green, and then the black would be picked up on these columns here, as well as on the storefront windows. Okay, just the back side of it. Again, the back side of it, there will be a walk-in cooler with a screen that'll run the entire length of the back of the building to screen that cooler, and a small service area. And that it would be ending right here. And we'll see, well, we'll come to a detail of the screen. This is the part of the plan or the concept that the city commissioned, and you can see the letters on top up here, and that comes from historic gas stations, and there's just some pictures here to show that. So this is an imagination of what that's going to look like. Again, you can see the PF Meat Co. sign up here. This would be that Roycroft bottle green. Did I say that right? And the green, again, the green would run here on this strip. The building, main part of the building is white. This is tricorn black, and the window and doors are black storefront window and doors. But again, this was where the garage door was, and you can see that storefront window coming in there. Just another angle of it. You can better see the green coming in there. A plan of the building. They're not planning on doing this planter right here. And again, this is the pavement pattern that you see on the Main Street, streetscape, and they're going to pick that up, and we'll look at a site plan later. Here are those planters that we talked about that are 45 inches that they're proposing on doing something similar to these. It is noted in the plans that they will have a tree in them, so there will be some kind of vegetation that's up. This is the gooseneck. I guess it's called a reverse gooseneck. I don't know, but it will shine up on the letters. So they'll be on the canopy shining up just on these letters right here. This is the screen that we talked about in the back. Again, it will be in that green to pick up the trim color. And this is the site plan. So you can, a couple of things to point out. The planters are around the plaza, which will become the plaza. These are rectangles. The pavement pattern will be square. There are also planters over here just to kind of soften this corner of magnetic south. Planters added here to discourage people moving this direction. And again, a planter right here to, again, soften the end of that building. You can see the cooler, the proposed cooler here, and then that fence enclosure running the full length. And that concludes staff's presentation. Staff is recommending approval as submitted. Oh, I'm sorry, approval with the condition that the planters be 45-inch diameter. Yes. I'm happy to take any questions. The applicant is here if you have any questions of them.
Okay, maybe we should break it down into a couple areas here. Color of the building, white, Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. The sign protruding up above the canopy, it's pretty unique. I kind of like it. And we can override the guidelines,
Yes, sir.
correct? Any comments on that? Everybody favor that?
And what was the material of the letters?
I
Is
believe
it a
they're
metal?
aluminum.
Aluminum?
What color will that be?
They're black. Am I misspeaking? Black. So well, where'd it go? Sorry, I'm not trying to make you dizzy. Well, so the letters will be black on the roof, and on the building above those garage doors, they'll be black as well with that gold ampersand. Again, that's picking up from their corporate kind of vibe.
These gooseneck lights will be mounted on the edge of the canopy, shining on the face of the light, letters that sort of illuminate from the street side.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, storefront windows, in place of the garage doors.
Mm-hmm.
Done that several times already.
Yeah, we have. I have a question about the old restroom doors. Are they gonna be preserved as doors with the window above? Or what material will they be?
Trying to get a good picture of it. It's really not a good picture, but sort of right in here, up there.
Thank you. My name is Dave Worth. I am a member of Talon Holdings, who owns the building with my partner, Carrie McTighe, and I'm also owner of PF Miko. So I'm kind of both. Actually, we hadn't specified that door, so we're completely open to color on that. I would think that probably matching the trim would make sense, but we've got no real preference on the door.
Any requests?
I would like to see the doors remain, whether they're working or not. I just think.
Oh, were they working or not? I'm sorry.
I mean, that to me is.
So
not-
those two doors do go to the restrooms. We're gonna have to have a handicap accessible restroom in the building, so those restrooms are gonna have to get reconfigured.
Okay.
Probably one of the two doors would be functional. If you like the aesthetic of it, we could leave the opening there and paint it as a solid facade and not be accessible, but I think only one will work with the
Sure, I
new
understand
handicap.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, depending on what the engineer, how that fits. We may end up with both of them, and if we can leave both, then we would have no reason to move them.
I guess I was wondering if the doors were going away, were you going to?
We will have
Close
restrooms,
it.
they'll be accessible from the inside.
Right, that part. I'm just worried, I'm thinking about the outside of the building. Will it appear to be two doors, whether they're working or not? Will it, just curious.
Hadn't thought about that, so we could put something in, if we like the characteristic. The doors could remain even if they're not functional from our point of view, there'd be no problem. In fact, we probably would just say that we should leave them there.
I think that would
Okay, yeah, and if we don't,
kind of honor the history of the building itself. you know?
yes,
Yeah.
so that could be a condition that they remain, whether they're actual doors or not,
Right,
is to be determined from it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and the lights above them, the windows above them, they could
The
stay.
transom lights, yeah. Are those actual, well, they're boarded in now, so if we could put glass transoms in? Yeah.
Use the same storefront
Yeah, see,
potentially?
that's no problem.
That
We've
would
got
look
no
good.
preference on those doors, yeah.
To match the storefront windows,
That'd be-
same
It'd
trim.
be
and-
easy to do that, sure.
Colored glass, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got the color of the building, we got the, all right, I have the question for you. Under the canopy, what's the color of the ceiling gonna be?
It's underneath, looking upward.
Is that gonna be, it's gonna be open still, right?
It'll still
Yep.
remain open. Hadn't even thought about a color there yet either.
Or will there be lights underneath there as well?
There should be lighting of some sort in,
Mhm.
under that.
Maybe recessed lighting of some sort?
Yeah.
Trying to even remember what is there for material right now. I can't remember, I can't recall what's there now. I'm trying to picture in my mind
I
what's.
can't either.
what's- We should have lighting. Billy, you're right, we do need some
You
lighting.
need lighting under there, recessed or can lighting.
Recessed or can lighting. Probably can lights would make the most sense to me. I
Yeah.
think that would
Yeah.
look good and be kind of,
Mm-hmm.
when they're on, it'd be a little bit spotty. Color-wise, we've no preference on that either.
Okay.
Our original corporate color was actually a cream, but it doesn't match Magnetic South, so it would look like, when talking with Chris, we were trying to match them and we didn't, and so that's why we went to matching them on that.
Mhm.
So we're not really married to colors in particular. If there's something you like or want, happy to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we
You
could do
okay with it?
black on
Yeah,
those
I like-
doors instead of green because of the black storefront type window above it.
What color was it?
Black,
Oh, black? Yeah.
black paint on those.
On the
those
doors.
Oh, to the doors, okay, right. Okay.
So, under the canopy can be a tan color, a white,
White might be nice.
white? What's your all's thoughts?
What do you think?
It's gonna have lighting in it. I would do black.
Under here?
Yeah.
Can you not just do the same color as the awning?
Same
I
color
didn't
as
mean
white?
it.
That'd be fine.
Agree?
Maybe you do. Maybe our architect could give us some advice. Well, what would look good under that canopy, do you think?
I feel like you could connect, the same color that's on the cornice of the canopy.
cornice,
Because
so
it looks
that-
like it's a
The
continuous.
tricorn green?
Yeah, it looks like it's a continuous
And that was
surface.
tricorn black, it was, the
It was
bottle
that green color.
Yeah,
The bottle green, okay.
yeah.
That would look good.
So work with,
Roycroft bottle green would look good, yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the columns are gonna be
That's a
black.
tricorn black.
Mhm.
And the restroom doors, black.
Restroom doors can be black. We'll put the storefront windows above them.
I like that.
So, do we have a motion to approve with the change of keeping the doors to the restrooms there, whether they're functional or not,
Right.
painting them black, painting the ceiling on the overhang, on the green to match the trim? Is that it?
Motion. Motion.
A motion for that? Any further discussion or comments on that?
So, if you don't mind, can I run through that again, just to make sure I've got it? So, the canopy ceiling will be the green.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to include approval of can lighting in the ceiling?
We can.
Okay.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
The doors on the East Calhoun side will be painted black, and the transoms will remain.
Transom lights remain.
And what about the staff's recommendation of the 45-inch specification on the planters?
Yeah, we need to add that in there as well.
Okay, sure, please.
Regarding the can lights, I can't recall what's under that canopy.
Mhm.
Can we request approval for either can lights or a surface mount of some sort if we can't get up into
Yeah.
that? I'm not sure what's
Yes.
there.
Everybody okay with, if the can lighting doesn't fit in underneath that canopy, to go to a surface mount light?
Yeah, I would say maybe as long as it's not the tube fluorescents that are
Okay, no
showing
tube-
up
yeah,
there
no
right
tube
now.
fluorescents.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd want to go LED anyway.
But yeah, I think a good surface mounted
And
fixture would
if
be
he-
okay.
Chris, if he could contact you with whichever one he ends up with, so we can make sure that we're on board with both, either one. And then,
So just to be clear, these are not lights that are hanging down?
right,
Right.
Okay,
flat
okay,
surface
just
mount,
making sure.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
okay, so,
Is the walk-in cooler, is it going to be a white panel cooler, the cooler panel walls in the back.
I just anticipated a silver, because that's what I normally
Okay.
see, but if white's available, we
That-
could
that-
try to get it. Our intent is really to screen it pretty tight, so
Right.
we don't see it.
That brings up another question. It shows it's gonna be, not 100% hide type fence like, can you bring a picture of that fence up?
Yep.
You can see through that. Is that an issue?
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because, I mean, you will be able to see it unless I think they had here specified a 1-inch space between each plank.
That's
could-
only because that one right there was just under 1 inch. That's at the church that I
Mhm.
shared the building construction of. We can tighten that up.
Mhm.
The refrigeration unit's gonna need some airflow.
Right.
So that's the reason I had put some slats in it, was for the airflow. Are white coolers common? I'm not, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've typically seen is
Okay, then-
a
then-
white
then
panel.
we- then
I think
we'll-
you get a white, silver, or black.
Okay,
I
if
think
we've
so.
got choices on that, I've got no
Okay.
problem with a white cooler.
Okay. I think that would blend well with the building.
Okay, so you're gonna close up the 1-inch gap?
Maybe to a 1/2 inch.
To a 1/2 inch, that should
Yeah.
still give airflow out.
Right.
Yeah, so yes. So we got all that, Chris?
Yes, sir. I can run through it again if you want me to.
5 inch.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Did you get a,
Opposed?
did you get a second?
I did not get a second. Second from Jill. Thank you.
Who made the motion? Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
very excited about the meet downtown as we go.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you all vote?
Yes,
We did.
unanimous.
It was unanimous?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And that concludes new business. It's board business. Do you have any board?
Okay. No business from the city? Any board business? Anybody want to talk about anything? Anything up?
No, sir.
Do we have a motion to adjourn? Second from Jill, motion from Mary Lou. All those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.